Hi guys, my name is Shannon Smith and I'm all about addiction. This channel is for every single person on the face of this earth because we all struggle with some sort of addiction. And let me be the first one to say that I still have addictions in my life. Okay, if you are addicted to sex, drugs, material things, to gambling, to porn, to your image, to social media, to your cell phone, to pleasing people, to food, to exercise, to losing weight, to spiritual things, and a lot of other type of addictions. If you feel that you are addicted, in which you are, then this channel is okay. If you are watching this video now and you are married or single or divorced or you are a widow, then you are more than welcome on this channel. If you are a Muslim, if you are a Christian, if you are a Buddha, if you are an Indian, an Asian, an African, a European, Australian, doesn't matter where you come from in the world, if you believe in evolution, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory, if you believe in trees, or if you believe in the weather, it doesn't matter to me what you believe in, wherever you are, whatever you believe, you are welcome on my channel. If you are gay, if you are lesbian, if you are homosexual, if you are bisexual, I don't know what type of sexuals you still get out there. It doesn't matter what type of sexual you are welcome on my channel. If you are a convict, if you are a criminal, if you are a big time merchant, a big time drug addict, if you are a gangster, if you rape someone, if you killed someone or hurt people in whatever way, you are welcome on my channel. If you love the things of God, if you hate the things of God, if you love the things of addiction, and if you hate the things of addiction, that doesn't matter to me as well. You are more than welcome on my channel. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what you've done, it doesn't matter what your education is, whether you're poor or whether you're rich or whether you're well off or not so well off. I don't care where you come from. I don't judge anyone at all. Now, I do believe in Jesus, I believe in God, but I didn't start this channel to load my belief on anyone or to get and try to get people saved to Jesus. Nothing like that. I started this channel plainly because I want to give a message of hope and experience to those that don't know as much about the topic addiction. I didn't start this channel to speak against anyone or against any religion or against any fellowship or against any programs or against any treatment centers. I did not start this channel for that purpose. I only started this channel because I'd like to see my experience in terms of addiction. Okay, so thank you very much to all my friends and family, acquaintances, and people that I don't know that subscribed to my channel, that also commented and liked my channel as well. I kind of expected someone to give me a thumbs down as well. Okay, firstly, this word addiction, there has been much debate around this word addiction. You see the word in the newspaper, you see the word on the news, you see the word on the internet, and even hear the word coming out of people's mouths, addiction. But most people, sad to say that most people don't understand the word addiction. Addiction can mean anything to anyone. And you know, if you use that word in a sentence, I myself don't know what you're talking about. You know why? Because you first have to define the word before you start speaking about it. At university, they taught us when you write your thesis or whatever, you have to define the word first so that you can speak in context, and whoever reads whatever you wrote, they can understand what you're saying. And the same is true for when people speak about success. People speak loosely about that word. They say, for instance, Ronaldo is a success. And for me, is success on what basis? Are you talking about success in terms of his career? Because if it's in his career, then he's not successful. The man never won a World Cup ever. So on what basis is he successful? If you say he's successful in terms of being the first soccer player who earned an accumulated amount of money of R1 billion, then I'll agree with you and say, okay, he's successful in that area. But in other areas, he's not successful. So if you just say he's successful based on whatever, then it's out of context that you use, and someone say that business is successful. My question is, okay, you say the business is successful, but successful based on what? On what basis? What does that word successful even mean? Successful based on the amount of employers that it employed, or the amount of revenue that it turns over, or the amount of productivity, or the influence in the market? What do you mean when you say success? And the same is true for addiction. What do you mean when you say addiction? Bible says that addiction is when you are addicted to a substance. And I agree with that, but there's not much meat on that definition, because the whole world referred to addiction as being addicted to a substance. Everyone knows that. That's why some people believe and think that they are not addicted because they're not on substance, which is the author says that addiction is a brain disorder. And some scholars don't necessarily agree with that definition. They say it's incomplete and misleading. And I agree with them completely, because if you say that addiction is a brain disorder, then you are actually saying that the whole world has a a brain disorder, and I don't think that you will be too happy if I tell you that you have a brain disorder. Another article, the author believes that addiction is when a person is devoted to a person or an activity, and it leads to a positive or a negative implication. And now this definition, I think it's more accurate, but not as accurate as my definition. You know, these definition, there's still loopholes for debate and for discussion. This is my own definition of addiction, and listen to how I define my definition of addiction. Addiction is the act of thinking, feeling, doing, or saying whatever, doesn't matter what it is, to make yourself feel good. Or you can say it, addiction is not doing, not saying, not feeling, not thinking, whatever to make yourself feel good. So what I'm actually trying to say, it doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do, whatever it is that you do or don't do to make yourself feel good, to experience some sense of false peace, that is addiction. For instance, for those of you that's addicted to cigarettes, you smoke a cigarette not because you feel like smoking a cigarette. You smoke a cigarette because in your mind it tells you after you smoke the cigarette you will have a sense of peace. So what you actually want is, you want a sense of peace, a peace of mind. That's what you want actually. You don't want to smoke the cigarette. And the same is true with someone that's on drugs. He thinks that he wants the drugs actually, but that's not the root of the matter. The root of the matter is you actually want a peace of mind, and your brain convince you and tell you that after I smoke that drug, then I'll have a sense of peace. But the truth is, that's a false sense of peace, because after hour and two, you would want to smoke again, and the cycle just continues and continues. And when you open your eyes, really, then you 10 years on drugs or 10 years on cigarettes, because what you actually want is a sense of peace, not the cigarette or not the substance or not what you do. We all run and jump for peace. Other form of addiction is when you feel dirty or you feel sweaty, then you normally wash yourself. And why do you wash yourself? To make yourself feel good. Now, if you don't know this, this is another form of addiction. Why? Because you wash yourself to make yourself feel good. And remember what I said earlier, whatever you do to make yourself feel good comes as a form of addiction. Even washing yourself, even brushing your teeth, because if brushing your teeth make yourself feel good, and I know it's compulsory to brush your teeth, but that's another form of addiction. It's whatever you do to make yourself feel good. So that definition of earlier of addiction is only to people who's on substance, I put that away right now, because addiction is to everyone, whether you're on substance or not. Another example, just from other context, if you are a person, you like to badmouth other people to make yourself feel good, that is another form of addiction, my friend. If you like to push people down so you can uplift yourself, that is another form of addiction, my friend. This is my proof that every single person on the face of this earth struggles with some sort of addiction, and is not only related to substance. On the other hand, there's a lot of myths with regards to addiction. There's plenty, but I'm only going to mention 3 today. And the first myth is that people say that people that's addicted, addiction is a moral issue. And people say that people that are addicted to whatever, they don't have morals and they don't have goals. And I don't agree with that at all, because I was addicted. I still had morals and I still had goals. Even while I was smoking, I finished my honors degree. I dropped out twice, yes, but I still finished it because I had a goal while I was in active addiction. Second myth is that they say that addicts just lack willpower, and people say that if people that were addicted to whatever just has willpower, they will have the power to overcome any sort of addiction. I don't agree with that really, because the truth is, if that was really true, then it means that you would have overcome any addiction that you're struggling with right now. How many times did you try to stop smoking cigarettes? How many times did you try to stop drinking? To stop, I don't want to go into detail about the addictions, but how many times did you try to stop whatever it is that you try stopping, and you failed miserably? And if it is that willpower helped you, then you wouldn't have had people addicted to different substances and drugs and different types of addictions, because willpower never worked. What I can tell you what worked for me, only God can help me overcome my addictions. I couldn't. If I could, I would have stopped a long time ago. Third and last myth that I'm going to mention today is this. People say once an addict, always an addict. And I'm sure most of you heard that phrase, heard that saying on the news or on the street or wherever. And I want to boldly say that is not true. If that's the same like saying, because I was born in Manenberg and I grew up in Manenberg, I will always act, I will always think, I will always speak and always behave like everyone that grew up in Manenberg, which is not the truth. Lastly, I just want to say to you, you may be addicted, but you are not an addict. You are not what you do, and you are not what you don't do. You are what God says you are. And I'm fine if you say, hi, my name is Shannon, I'm an addict. As long as you refer being an addict as your nickname and not your identity, then I'm all cool for that. But if you say, hi, my name is Shannon, I'm an addict, and believe that's your identity, there I have to say, I don't agree with you, because you are not what you say you are or what you think you are. You are what God says you are. And plain and simple, that's the truth. Know that the world has given us, each and every one on this earth, nicknames. Some of us are called Asians, some of us are called Europeans, some of us are called Americans, some of us are called Africans, some of us are called Australians, New Zealanders. That's how the world categorizes us based on where you are born. You get a nickname. Even in South Africa, you get a nickname. If you have my color skin, you're called a colored. If you are lighter than me, you call a non-white, or non-black, sorry, or a white. If you are dark skin, you are called a black. Can you see what I'm talking about? We are given nicknames, but that is not our identity. You can be called a colored, you can be called an Indian, or whatever you want to call yourself. And that's the same with saying I am an addict. I'm all for that, as long as you refer that to your nickname and not your identity. If people say, oh, there's a bunch of addicts, that's the nickname, that's not our identity. Our identity stems from what God says about us. That's our identity. And everything else is nicknames. Where I come from, people have nicknames such as ore, wange, voete, pille, toeties, tong, lippe. Do you hear how that sounds? It sounds weird for someone else to listen to these type of nicknames. But if I ask the guy, for instance, that they call ore, who are you? If he tell me I'm ore, then I'll tell him, no, you're not ore. That's your nickname that people have given you, but that's not your identity. And if he believes that's his identity, then he is deceived, because ore is not his identity, it's his nickname. The same is true when you say, I'm an addict. That's not your identity, that is your nickname. And you are what God says you are. If you enjoyed this video clip right now and you can see yourself coming back to my channel to hear how I have to see more stories about myself and how I've overcome my addictions, a lot of my addictions, through the grace of God, and then I'd like to invite you to subscribe. There's a subscribe button at the bottom, a red button, and on the red button it says subscribe. You can click on that button and then you subscribe to my channel. You can give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down, or you can criticize me if you didn't like the video as well. And what I've noticed is there's a few people that message me to say they'd like to subscribe, but they don't know how to subscribe. What is subscription? And I understood that not everyone knows how to subscribe. That's why I just wanted to share slowly with you. There's a button at the bottom. It's a red button. On the button it says subscribe. All that you need to do is just to click on the button, then you subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be notified when I upload a video every time. And on the other hand, it's also free, because I know a lot of people might think subscription, oh, subscribe, it has to do with money. Oh, he wants my money. Oh, and I want to tell you, I don't want your money at all. And you're not subscribing to my channel and there's a monthly subscription fee that you need to pay. It's nothing like that. You just click on the button, it's for free. And enjoy my videos every Monday, as I'll send it on Monday, 6 o'clock. Okay, on the other hand, don't feel compelled, don't feel pressured, don't feel forced or obligated to subscribe to my channel. If you don't see yourself coming back to my channel for whatever reasons, then I just want to say to you, good luck on your journey with your addictions. I'd like to hear more from you in future, but don't feel compelled to subscribe if you don't want to. Okay, in ending, thank you very much for spending your valuable time listening to this video clip. Please join me next week Monday at 6 p.m.